So Cape ivy, formerly Senecio, I believe, odorata, now Delaria odorata. And one of the ways that I really recognize this plant is these purple roots. I'm not gonna, oh, there we go. So this plant, we removed masses and masses and masses of this plant, and it's actually the number 2 on the GGNRA hit list. At least it was for a long time, of invasive plants. And the reason for that is because they say that one little piece like that, if you throw it in the wrong place or the right place at the wrong time or whatever, it will turn into up to an acre monoculture in something like 10 years. As that's to say, it grows really quickly. It's another one that doesn't produce seeds. So it's all about that underground rhizomatous and runner reproduction, right? And what we're really gonna see here is how much of it we removed. This is just a little bit that remains. When you start, we often say the last 10% of the job takes 50% of your time. And in this case, I would say it's like the last 1% of the job is probably going to take about 70% of our time. Because if you even leave a tiny bit of this, it's just going to take over again. So this entire area that we're going to visit and look at, we had to clear because of this damn plant. It's the only population on the whole island, just like it does in Golden Gate Park and in the Presidio. If it gets out of control in some of these areas, it's just going to form a monoculture and greatly diminish the natural resources, form these monocultures and cover the riparian and basically take all the light and the resources and change the environment. So we've got this mighty oak that had a little bit of a problem. We're going to take a look at it. So a lot of the challenges with invasive plants are you got to be both very sensitive and very heavy-handed. You know, so you want to be saving things like our friend the osoberry and ripping the crap out of things like this Cape ivy. Now this whole area, here's some of the Cape ivy again, hiding in here. We got these purple root yet again. So we're going to be coming through here and maintaining this for years in an effort to truly eradicate this stuff. And it is possible. We do it. And in a place like Yerba Buena Island, we've really got our eyes on what's going on. We're not going to let it get out of control. What sucks is this oak fell down after the first time we came and worked. We were like on its deathbed. It was about 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday. We came and we worked this site and we produced this massive pile of Cape ivy up there. And the crown of this tree was up against that tree. And now it's tumbled fully, I don't know, 20, 30 feet. This oak is, now that it's dead and drying up, it's gonna be like perfect tinder. So we're gonna have to do a whole removal of the crown and all that crap. And of course it's covering a lot of areas that we have to treat with Cape ivy. But the real loss, you know, is of course this beautiful old tree. And when we look at what's going on, I think what's probably happening is that the Cape ivy weakened this tree over all this time and we just got to it too late. And that tree, the Cape ivy, was kind of shrouding the whole thing and not letting it get good aeration and circulation. Oaks are not a wet-loving species. We also happen to be at the bottom of a big slope that receives a lot of moisture. And so it kind of was like first wet rot, and then it was probably dry rot, and then it was, whoa, a big wind, and it just broke. So it was sad to come back here and see this beautiful tree gone. And that's absolutely part of the restoration process is not always, not always understanding why things happened the way they did. But what do? We keep working. We got all these little things, including these nice little young oaks, the oaks of the future. We've got one. We've got 2. We've got 3. We've got 4, but nothing like number 5. Number 5 is going places. We'll do our best to keep it growing, keep them safe, get the Cape Ivy out all the time. You might as well take a look at this pile up here. And I even have a little more to add to it. And the idea is to eradicate this stuff as quickly as possible so that we can back out and let the land really recover. And we let the land recover by having things like the lupin and this beautiful little elderberry. We do need to get rid of this, but we're gonna leave this, the bee plant, while we remove the fennel that like these guys did this morning. Incidentally is edible, along with the sour grass. Nature's Sour Patch Kids. I digress. You have a plant like this that loves being a moist, shaded environment. What do you do with it? You put it out in the sun where it's hot and dry and windy and exposed. And then, like I've just been doing, you turn it over. It thinks it might be getting a little bit of a hold on the bottom. Oh, well now that's the top. So that's the way we're gonna keep managing this to keep it from rooting. And it's mostly the Cape Ivy that we've been removing. The only Cape Ivy on the island. We don't like it when native plants disappear, but we love it when those invasive ones do. And that's what's happening here.